Hi, this is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Here's what's actually wild. Did you know that since the Espionage Act was enacted in 1917, it has primarily been used to prosecute those who leak sensitive information within the government? But now, former President Donald Trump is suggesting that it should be used against journalists too. What if I told you that this isn't just a passing thought, but a serious strategy that Trump and his allies are contemplating as they gear up for his second term? Ever notice how the media often gets painted as the enemy when it reports things that don't align with a particular narrative? It's honestly crazy, but Trump's administration is actively looking for ways to intimidate news organizations and punish journalists for doing their jobs. They're talking about using the Espionage Act not just against government leakers, but against the very outlets that report on government actions. This is a direct attack on the First Amendment and the essential role of a free press in our democracy. It's absurd and downright unfair to think that the government could criminalize the act of journalism simply because it doesn't like what's being reported. Imagine a world where journalists are afraid to publish information for fear of being prosecuted. That's not just a slippery slope, it's a full-on dive into authoritarianism. This isn't just a problem for the press, it's a problem for all of us who value transparency and accountability in our government. But here's the inspiring takeaway. History has shown us that when faced with such challenges, people have come together to push back against oppression. Remember the civil rights movement? Activists didn't back down in the face of intimidation. They mobilized, educated, and fought for their rights, and they made a difference. So, what can we do in response to this looming threat? First, we must stay informed and engaged. Support independent journalism that holds power accountable. Advocate for the protection of press freedoms, and stand against any attempts to silence dissent. We can also create platforms for dialogue and discussion, ensuring that diverse voices are heard and valued. We are confident that together, we can tackle these big problems as puzzles to be solved. The current administration may think they can stifle free speech and intimidate the press, but we know that history is on the side of progress. When we unite for a common cause, we can create a society that values truth and transparency. Let's end on a hopeful note. The fight for a free press is a fight for our democracy. It's a reminder that while the challenges may be significant, so too is our collective power to rise up and demand better. Together, we can ensure that the light of truth continues to shine, no matter how dark the forces against it may seem. Let's keep that hope alive and continue to champion the values that make our society strong. This is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Peace. You can sign up for Dan by scanning this QR code.